Hey everyone, Anna Krueger here with Mega Lead Conversion. And today I want to give you 4 easy questions you can ask to help quickly find who the motivated people are, which is very important, especially in today's market. So let's jump in. All right, so the first thing that we want to assume here is that you're going to spend 3 minutes digging into the client's motivation. So just write down in your notes, hopefully you're taking notes watching this, is that it takes about 3 minutes to uncover the client's true motivation. So what a lot of people like to do is get a timer and it could be one of those sand timers that you flip over, customized to be a 3-minute timer, or just an actual digital timer. But they will not stop asking about motivation until it hits that 3-minute mark. So that's really the baseline for the 4 questions I'm about to give you, is assuming you have spent 3 minutes getting that client motivation. Then what you're going to do is ask the 4 questions I'm about to give you. Question number 1, on a scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to, and then fill in the motivation. So again, on a scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to downsize so you can retire early and then move to the beach to be near your family? Assuming that's what their motivation is. All right. So number 1, on a scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to, and then fill in the blank. Number 2, what makes it that number? What makes it that number? Now, sometimes people will say, oh man, I'm an 11. So then you could say, wow, that's so high. What makes you an 11 out of 10? That's crazy high. And they may say something like, well, I have to move because of XYZ. That's part of the beauty of this question, is it helps us know who actually is a very serious, interested lead. Now, don't judge the number. Sometimes people will say I'm a 2. And I've before thought like, well, what's the point of this? This is going nowhere. And I'll say, well, what makes it a 2? And they'll say things like, well, I just don't know what my house is worth, and I don't know what I can afford. So because I don't know, I just feel kind of lost in this process. Well, okay, they're a 2, but I can easily help them figure out what their house is worth. And I can also help them see what they can afford through talking to a lender and seeing what kind of equity they have. So that 2 could maybe become a 10 if I serve them properly here. Okay. So again, number 1, scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to fill in the blank? Number 2, what makes it that number? The third question is, what would need to happen for you to be a 10 or stay a 10? If they're already a 10 plus. So what would need to happen for you to be a 10 or to stay a 10? And basically what they're going to do now is tell us all the things that we need to do as agents to fix them from not moving forward, right? So if I say, what needs to happen for you to be a 10? And they say, well, I just need to make sure I have at least $100,000 in equity so that I walk with that at closing. And I need to make sure I'm not paying PMI on my next house. Okay, now I have my marching orders, right? I know exactly what I need to do. Some people might say, well, for me to be a 10, I would need, $700,000 on this house that we know is actually worth 500,000. And they're not moving if that doesn't happen. That helps us know, okay, this might not be the right time for this person. So again, on a scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to fill in the blank? Number 2, what makes it that number? Number 3, what would need to happen for you to be a 10? And then number 4 is confirmation. So what you're saying is, if I did XYZ, you would be a 10? Okay, great. Let's see what we need to do to make that happen. And then typically at that point, you then jump into asking them all the pre-qualifying questions, all the logical stuff. So that would be, if they're a seller, it could be, how much do you own your home? And tell me about the condition of your home, all of those things, which we're not training on in this video today. So one last time, the 4 questions. On a scale of 0 to 10, how motivated are you to, and then fill in their motivation. Number 2, what makes it that number? Number 3, what would need to happen for you to either be a 10 or stay a 10? And then the last one is, so if I did XYZ, you would be a 10? Okay, great. Let's see what we need to do to make that happen. All right, well, I trust that this little tip will help you find more clients that are ready to do something, and also figure out who's not ready to do something. We do not have time to be spending with people who just aren't motivated. We need the motivated people. So this should help you do it. And I trust you'll find success implementing these tips. Have a great day, everyone.